Mm. Well, I had the engine out, but I didn't do the frame when I had the engine out, which was dumb, but oh well. This is a little clean up around the edges, but I found this nice paint. Although I did kind of a job, I'm gonna have to clean this up some. Hopefully I think it needs another little coat there, maybe a light wet sanding so it gets all nice and shiny. Let's see here. Ba-ding! Trouble machine. Pretty. Come over there. Knock it over. Don't do that. A little wiring cleanup I did because it was a bit messy under there. I'm still going. Okay. And yeah, a few little runs to fit there. I see a little speckling. It'll make me terribly happy, but I think some of that might just wax off. Now this here speckles, that had little rust spots on it, and I wasn't about to pull the swing arm and get all crazy on it because it's structurally sound. I did get the rear master cylinder broke free and the rotten plunger seal out of there, but I gotta get another one still. Decided to just paint the my boot customizations black so they blend right in. There's pieces of radiator hose that is over where the original boot connects to the head, because this one, this one was slightly cracked and can't have a vacuum leak, so I solved the vacuum leak and then clamped them, and yeah. And I did as much cleaning on the valve cover as I wanted. I didn't want to grind it down to metal, so I just stopped there. It probably could use some good polishing someday. Yeah, I've got some Ford metallic sparkle for the it's too close, I guess. Anyway, for the fork tubes, I would paint them, which have progressive suspension springs, and new seals. Let's see here. I like the wrap though. You won't really see all of it. And I didn't quite have enough to wrap it all the way to here. That would have been nice, but I'm going to get some high heat paint and paint that black right there. And I still got to pull the wheels off at some point and make them all spiffy, nice and almost new looking. Look at that monster sprocket. You know what? I think that is bigger than the one I have, and I need to put a smaller sprocket on the back because this thing is too low geared. I mean, it's not that it's a big issue. It'll easily go down the freeway, but it could be revving so much lower and still pull the same speed and have plenty of torque, no problem. Well, the old Hondo gets with it. At least this came out nice there. This guy. Feels like glass. Anyway, so that's my report on the CB900. I had it on Craigslist, and it wasn't getting the kind of response that I had hoped for. Of course, it wasn't done. I was like, I've got so much other stuff I want to do and need to get to, but oh well. At a certain point, I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to slow it down and do as much as I can to make it completely, all the little details and issues taken care of. And I think the only one I'll have when I go to sell it here is going to be that this is the stator off of a CBX with the CBX rotor on there as well, and the stator that goes to it has gone bad. It's up on the shelf over there. And I decided with this little number here, the keys bump against it like right here, and so they're all chipped up. And I saw bikes online, pictures of them as well, and they were all chipped up. So since this was all kind of worn down some anyway, I decided to just take it all down to metal and leave it that way. That way it can't get chipped up by the keys, right? So it'll be like that. So I'm putting it back together, and maybe I'll get to ride it today. I don't know. It's the 4th of July.